Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pull Up. So get your blunt rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now what we on today, Mr. Roll Up? Well, let's get right into it. How about that?
Begins now with breaking news. Really looked at. If he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. There's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. They've got to get the worst punishment.
Heartbreak in Clay County tonight. 6 people murdered, 3 different crime scenes. A family executed in cold blood by one of their own. This is the third mass shooting in Clay County since 2023 and one of Mississippi's deadliest mass shootings in recent history. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Emily Leonard. We have a lot of new information to share with you tonight. Some of it is disturbing, all of it is just heartbreaking. Let's get to the very latest information. This is the man investigators say is responsible for the violence and the bloodshed. 24-year-old Derica Moore. He's behind bars tonight, accused of murdering 6 people.
24 years old. Ain't no way you 24 years old, my boy. You more like 44 years old. How about that?
4 of Moore's victims were his own family. One of the victims was a 7-year-old girl. Moore will go before a judge in Clay County Monday. He is charged with first-degree murder, but we expect that charge to be upgraded to capital murder within the next 48 hours. We have team coverage tonight on this shooting rampage in a special edition of WTVA 9 News. Our Michelle Martin interviewed Clay County Sheriff Eddie Scott earlier today. Tanaya McQueen has an exclusive interview with the mother of one of the victims, and Wayne Herford is also in Clay County. He spoke with the members of the community about this tragedy. Let's first go to Michelle, who has all of the details on what happened Friday night.
Yeah, Emily, Sheriff Eddie Scott and his team of investigators have investigated a lot of horrible crimes over these years, but this one has to be the most disturbing case that has ever happened in this community. This is just something that investigators in the community say that they're just struggling to grasp and understand how this level of violence can happen in their own backyard. This violent rampage happened on Friday night. This all happened in several locations near West Point. The area is in the Griffith and Cedar Bluff communities. 24-year-old Derica Moore is first accused of killing 3 relatives inside of a home on David Hill Road. The victims were essentially executed, all of them shot in the head. The sheriff says Moore killed his father, Glenn Moore, his brother, Quentin Moore, and then his uncle, Willie Ewins. Moore then stole a truck and drove to another home on Blake Road. It was there, deputies say, Moore forced his way inside. The sheriff says Moore tried to sexually assault someone in that home, and then he shot and killed, allegedly, a 7-year-old girl. That girl was Moore's cousin. Moore took off traveling to a third location on Siloam Griffith Road. When investigators arrived there, they found the stolen truck hidden behind the house, signs of forced entry, and then 2 more victims inside, 2 men shot in the head. The victims were identified as Barry Bradley and Samuel Bradley. One of them was a well-known pastor. Moore was caught and taken into custody at a roadblock. He is charged with first-degree murder. What investigators still don't know and what continues to just trouble this community is why.
This guy has not been on our radar. We have not had any reports, anything prior leading up to this. So what his state of mind was, what was going on with him, that's part of the investigation right now.
You know, this is the type of case where the death penalty is going to have to be really looked at. If he's eligible for the death penalty, the district attorney's office is going to go for the death penalty. There's some cases just that they've got to get the worst punishment. They've got to get the worst punishment. 6 people, one night, several different scenes. You've heard the allegations. They're about as bad as it gets.
Derica Moore will have a preliminary hearing on Monday in West Point. Sheriff Eddie Scott says those charges will be upgraded to capital murder. Coming up here shortly, I will be talking to Sheriff Eddie Scott live to talk about what's moving forward with this case and what is planning to get justice for the families that are involved. Live in Clay County, Michelle Martin,
All right, y'all heard that right? Bag it up a little bit.
More will go.
24-year-old Derrica Moore. Well, he got a girl name, first off. Second off, he looked double his age. Third off, he looked tired. What you mean by that, Mr. Roll Up? Well, the look that I'm getting off of his face is I'm fed up with this shit. Ain't nobody fucking with me, ain't nobody helping me. I get turned down on everything that I do. Everybody look at me like I'm ugly. I'm just fed the fuck up. So I'm about to just take all my anger and frustration on everybody around me. My dad, my uncle, my brother, my 7-year-old cousin, and two random people. One of them being a pastor. When you got a situation like this is definitely insane. But it's levels to insanity. His level of insanity take him to a level of the death penalty, meaning he gonna be on death row. It's a lot of guys that's on death row that's just like him. Like I said, his levels to insanity. His level of insanity is death row criteria. You know what I'm saying? He killed 6 people in the same day. That means that if he wouldn't have got caught, he would have killed more and more and more. He the type of person that'll try and depopularize the community. And you can't have people like him out here. So they had to swoop down on him real quick. And now you hear what they saying. He got to get the worst of the worst. This is why I didn't told y'all before. Prison is way worse than death. We all got to go at one point. But prison is not a place where we all have to go. And it's a reason why prisons are a thing. And just like he said, he got to get the worst. Yes, death row is definitely the worst of the worst. You gonna be sitting in that cell by yourself, no TV, no nothing. You just gonna be in the cell by yourself for a good 15 to 20 years before they finally call your name for execution. So yes, that is definitely the worst of the worst. I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie called Animal with Ving Rhames. Y'all can go check that out. That's where he was at. He was in the hole. He was doing all his time in the hole. I don't remember exactly how the movie went. Y'all know I just be freestyling and shit. But if you watch that movie, the cell that he was in, that's the hole. That is where death row inmates do their time. And they lose their damn mind up in there. If you pay attention to most people on death row, be bald head. You know, by the time it's time for them to go up for execution and shit like that, man, they be bald head. They be stressed the fuck out, man. That shit is serious. So that's what is about to happen with this guy. They about to upgrade his charges to capital murder. And his ass is gonna sit in that damn chair and get his brain fried until he die. But again, that ain't gonna be tomorrow or nothing like that. Death row take a long time. So he'd be on death row anywhere at least for the next 10 to 20 years. So he gonna be sitting in that cell by himself for at least the next 10 to 20 years, knowing that he gonna get killed by the system one day. And this look on his face just showing proof that he don't care. He tired. He killed 4 of his own family members. 4 of them. Not one, not two, 4. One of them being a 7-year-old little girl. A little innocent 7-year-old girl that ain't do nothing to him. And he took her out the game, man. He was tired. That's all. He was tired. Some people be fed up like that, man. You don't never know what's going on in somebody's mind. This is why you need to be nice and easy with everybody you encounter. Make things short and sweet and keep it moving, man. You don't know what be on people's mind, even your own family members. Y'all be careful out here, man. This shit's serious. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunt rolled and your drink poured.